really keeping things organized on that bench for the Renegades, as Amy Animals given the instructions from the head coach position. They're doing a tremendous job. 1 point advantage, 43-42, with 12 minutes and 57 seconds left in this bout. I'm sorry, first period, I should say.
Trying to get things squared away out there from a referee's perspective, Mad Dog, and you know, just to shed a little bit of light on the to the viewers and to the fans out there, it looks as though they're trying to get their head wrapped around what happened in the last jam.
Well, you know, I mean, again, we saw the replay. Cindinator comes through the pack, looking around. She calls off the jam. She made the motion. One of the referees just must not have caught it. Everybody else in the arena assumes she called off the jam. It's just that, you know, maybe the referees missed it. Obviously, that happens in sports sometimes. It's just about paying better attention if you're wearing the black and white stripes.
No question about it.
And for the Rubber City Renegades, AK-47.
That is Allison Rollerland. She is your lead jammer, and turning on the Jets.
This is exactly what Amy Animal's looking for. She needs a jammer out there that's going to be able to score some points, and Allison Rollerland is producing big time.
And not only that, Mad Dog, but she is out there by herself. She holds control of the destiny of this jam.
Big contact made on Allison Rollerland by number 200, Betty Bowdit. Sent Allison to the floor.
And now 4 more points for Rubber City. Allison Rollerland
back up,
turning it on.
Allison Rollerland turning on those Jets. She is looking to be a point-scoring machine. It's Sin City, hit him low. Mighty Mayhem and MC Hammer blocking up front. And they got the daylight. It's Allison Rollerland one more time.
Another 4 points. I'm sorry, 5 points. Allison Rollerland.
And that's because the Little Steel Jammer is sitting in the penalty box. Bobby, it's Allison Rollerland all day long. She's the lone jammer. This is what we might call a power play.
And a big shot in the back of the pack, Mad Dog. Allison Rollerland coming into the back of the pack and met up quick with Psychoanalyst.
And Allison Rollerland calling off the jam. That was a biggie for the Rubber City Renegades. Ladies and gentlemen, the John S. Knight Center, give it up for AK-47 Allison Rollerland, a 15-point jam. And we're going to go to the replay screen, Bobby. What do you make of this big hit here in the back of the pack?
Well, that's quite a shot, Mad Dog, right there. Big, big, big contact.
That's number 6.3, Psychoanalyst.
And Psychoanalyst and Allison Rollerland just, I guess, met at the wrong time in their lives.
And here comes Barbonic Plague, a seasoned veteran for the Rubber City Roller Girls, number 105 degrees, affectionately nicknamed the Black Death. And if you've ever seen this girl bang around in the pack, you'll know exactly why. This time she's wearing the star. She's on the jammer line.
Well,
big move, Barbonic Plague. She needs some blocking up front. She's going to get it from Dead-Eyed Hunter and Saucy Minx, and she is the lead jammer. All alone, it's the Barbonic Plague show as number 50, Gulina, rejoins the action. Jamming for the Little Steel Derby girls, but it's Barbonic Plague bringing the Black Death all day.
Well, Barbonic Plague has got it going on right now, Mad Dog. She is rolling out on the rink. Your lead jammer looking to pour some points on and has the absolute ability to do it.
And you know, Bobby, I want to go back to that last jam with Allison Rollerland. I do want to point out a 15-point jam. That's the first time in the history of the Rubber City Renegades any jammer scored a double digit. So give it to Allison Rollerland for that, as we see Barbonic Plague continuing to pour on the points for Rubber City.
And the way Rubber City's playing right now, they can hang with just about anybody they wanted to, Mad Dog. I mean, they're playing some inspired roller derby at the point.
Absolutely. For a brand new team, they have a lot of fans out here, 1,000+ strong, rooting them on. They want to make sure they put on a good show for their home squad right here in the All-America City.
And Barbonic Plague wisely calling off the jam after pouring on some points.
Barbonic Plague shows how they do it in the AK Rowdy, Bobby. We're going to go to the whiteboard and see exactly how many points she scored. A timeout is called on the track by the referees. 9-1 advantage poured on by the Black Death.
All right, we're going to go to the replay screen here. Here comes Barbonic Plague through the pack. A lot of big action, showing the skills, getting around a couple of skaters, down to the ground and back up.
Notice how quickly a skilled veteran like Barbonic Plague recovers from falling on the ground. Bobby, that's big time important. you know, any precious seconds you spend on the concrete or time that the other jammer has to score on you. You've got to get back up quick anytime you fall down. Barbonic Plague does that with a mastery.
Oh, I'm telling you, Mad Dog, this isn't her first rodeo, and she's proven it tonight.
With the referee's timeout still in effect, we want to thank our friends at Monster Energy. Folks, if you look around this arena, you're going to see it draped in green. That's the official sponsor of the Rubber City Roller Girls, and we want to give a big shout out to our friends at Monster Energy. They do so much for us, and they support this team so well. So big thanks to Monster Energy. Unleash the beast.
And that's going to bring out.
Looks like Mighty Mayhem on the line, number X6 for Rubber City.
And it looks like Brute 60 Kicks going to be jamming for Little Steel. And this has great jam written all over it, Mad Dog.
Well, Mighty Mayhem not as effective in her debut jam, but I happen to know that she's a tremendous skater, capable of pouring on a lot of points. Has been practicing very hard with this Rubber City squad, and she is amped up to get it done for the Rubber City Renegades and contribute her points.
Oh, no question about it, Mad Dog, and doing a pretty good job thus far.
And tremendously effective in the pack she's been too. Cannot ignore that.
Well, you know, this team came out tonight, they came out to play, and they got something to prove, and they're proving it.
That's right. Hey, some would say they're undefeated coming into this bout. Hey, it's 0-0. What can you do? To have the first winning record in Rubber City Roller Girls history, that could be a big deal for this B team. And keep in mind, folks, you are watching the future of this Rubber City Roller Girls team, you know?
Nope.
These are the up-and-comers, the ones you're going to be looking for down the road to, fill in gaps when players on the A team are not there or when they retire. So, a lot of these are the up-and-comers. Mighty Mayhem looking to take a seat in the penalty box. Evidently, she didn't know that there was no penalty on that one. She's still going. Both jammers are through the pack. Lead jammer distinction goes to Brute 60 Kicks, but it's Mighty Mayhem applying the pressure. And Bobby, in a jam like this, even if you can't score any points as a jammer, like we said before, you can continue to apply the pressure like you see Mighty Mayhem doing.
Absolutely. I mean, and a big shot!
And look at this.
Big shot in the back of the pack by Cindinator, and that's going to call the jam.
Cindinator continuing to pour on the pain. And Bobby, that speaks to exactly what I was just talking about. Mighty Mayhem continues to apply the pressure. The Brute 60 Kicks, as we're going to see here on the instant replay, courtesy of our friends at Time Warner Cable, is going to open the daylight. Boom! Cindinator.
No.
All over the place.
Was that Cindinator? It looked like the initial contact came there, Mad Dog, by number 14, U2. That was MC Hammer.
MC Hammer in on the hit. Cindinator
on the finish.
Helping out on the finish, yeah. Now that's teamwork. That's why you continue to apply that pressure, Bobby, because you never know. The jammer for Lil Steel didn't call up the jam when she could have. She gets blasted in the back of the pack, open the door for Mighty Mayhem to have a three-point jam.
Barbonic Plague gets your designation as lead jammer. Finds the ground a little bit as she gets through the pack, but now she's got the control of it out.
It's the Black Death all over the place. Bobby, the jammer, Knockout Natalie for the Little Steel Derby Girls is sitting in the penalty box. This is something that Little Steel can ill afford with a 70-43 disadvantage and a seasoned veteran like Barbonic Plague in control.
Absolutely.
Five more points, Barbonic Plague. The Black Death as she's getting blocking help from Georgia Romero, Sin City, and Saucy Minx. Up front, fancy footwork avoiding the block by Barbonic Plague. She's going to find that inside thanks to Sin City. Big blocking on the part of Sin City and Punisher Pixie, giving the Black Death that inside track. And Barbonic Plague through the pack once again, calls off the jam.
And a nice job there by Barbonic Plague to put more points on the board for Rubber City. And this is shaping up to be one heck of a half, Mad Dog.
And Bobby, I tell you, if I'm Amy Animal at this point, I could not have a bigger smile on my face than I do right now. A huge lead in the first period as we look here and see Barbonic Plague on the ground. But again, once again, one of her biggest skills, getting up quick after a fall. absorbs contact very well, makes it through the pack, scoring the points.
Great job there by Barbonic Plague. Even when faced with all that adversity, can continue to pour on the points and wisely call the jam.
That contact on Barbonic Plague there was put on by Mel Practice, number NC-17. So give it to her. Knockout Natalie taking advantage of this particular jam for Lil Steel. Cindinator looking to go to the penalty box. So this could be exactly the turn of events that Lil Steel was looking for, as Knockout Natalie is the lone jammer for the...
Well, Knockout Natalie absolutely just doing a great job, turning on the speed around the bend.
Jackie Osassin looked for the home run shot, can't make it. Rubber City's going to have to depend on the blocking of Painful Grace and hit him low in the front of the pack. Georgia Romero sits in the penalty box, and Knockout Natalie continuing to do damage.
Well, the blocking has got to tighten up for Rubber City, and this is kind of where the experience factor starts to play, Mad Dog. That is a loose pack and very, very outmanned.
Amy Animal and Slap, Crack, and Popper on the Rubber City bench talking things over. They're trying to figure out what to do. Good thing they had a huge cushion going into this jam, because Knockout Natalie is just pouring it on. You see Cindinator standing up in the penalty box. That must mean she's looking to rejoin the action. And here she comes, Captain Cindinator, number 114.
Well, she's coming out to play, Mad Dog, no question.
Looking for the inside. She gets the blocking from Painful Grace and hit him low. She is through the pack. And Knockout Natalie knows she has some more time if she can get by Painful Grace, and she does. Big block by Lil Steel.
And that's going to shut things down. Wisely called out. Called off by Knockout Natalie.
Big hit on Painful Grace, opening up the door for that last point. Knockout Natalie picks it up. Big time jam for the Lil Steel Derby girls, and exactly the turn of events that they needed. A 14-0 effort. And for those folks watching Time Warner Cable at home, we're going to take a look at this.
Here's the big shot.
Knockout Natalie coming around. It's hard to see from this vantage point exactly who it was that put on that shot. Big hit on Painful Grace. Sends her careening to the floor. Knockout Natalie takes advantage. Big time jam for Little Steel, 78-57, and tightening that cushion up, trying to make up for some lost points. Number 42, Georgia Romero, taking off the jammer line for Rubber City on this one.
That could be a very positive thing. Georgia's been in a lot of bouts, Mad Dog. She knows what it's like out there on the circle.
And experience can add a lot.
Georgia turning on the speed and coming around the outside, but your lead jammer is Georgia Romero.
It is Georgia Romero.
Leanna Belector, the jammer. Little Steel.
Number 8U, Leanna Belector, not the lead jammer because a penalty opens the door for Georgia Romero, or could we say the floodgates if this defense for Rubber City can hold up.
Georgia Romero takes a big shot and calls the jam. Big, big shot. Barbonic Plague wants a call. Seems very, very upset, particularly livid, Mad Dog, at this point.
Barbonic Plague definitely showing some dissatisfaction with the referees as we see a 3-1 advantage on that jam for Lil Steel. We're going to take a look at the replay for those local on-demand viewers. Georgia Romero coming around the outside of the pack.
This is right where she calls off the jam, and now it looked like there might have been a little shot there toward the left side of the screen there on Barbonic Plague after the whistle.
And we've got Amy Animal, coach of the Rubber City Renegades, and Captain Cindinator talking it over. Bobby, during this timeout, we want to remind all the fans in the house that the Rubber City Roller Girls want to invite you all to the after party located at the Barley House in downtown Akron immediately following tonight's bout. The Barley House is located just a few blocks from the John S. Knight Center on 222 South Main Street. All ages are welcome. Come and meet the team and enjoy the great atmosphere and food at the Barley House directly following tonight's doubleheader.
Always a great atmosphere down there. Great people at the Barley House, Mad Dog. We have a great time.
Man, those folks, along with Monster Energy.